Did you know that in the vastness of our recorded history, entire groups of people and celebrated individuals have simply vanished? Imagine a world-famous pilot taking off into a bright morning sky, only to fly into a void from which she never returns. Picture a small, hopeful settlement found completely empty. These are not tales from storybooks. They are real events that leave us with a profound and unsettling question. What truly happened to them? The silence they left behind is louder than any explanation we have ever found. These stories of disappearance hold a powerful grip on our collective imagination. We find them fascinating because they represent the ultimate unsolved puzzle, a direct challenge to our desire for order and reason. They are woven into the fabric of our culture, inspiring countless books, television shows, films that try to fill in the missing pieces. These mysteries force us to confront the limits of our knowledge and the fragility of human existence. They remind us that not every story has a clear beginning, middle, end. Sometimes, the story just stops, leaving us to wonder about the pages that were never written. The central problem with these cold cases is as simple as it is frustrating. The truth is incredibly difficult to find. As the days turn into years, and the years into decades, the trail grows colder. One of the most iconic disappearances is that of Amelia Earhart. She was more than just a pilot, a symbol of courage, a pioneer for women everywhere. In 1937, during her daring attempt to fly around the world, her plane vanished over the vast and empty Pacific Ocean. The official theory: she ran out of fuel and crashed into the sea. The final radio transmissions were filled with static and uncertainty, a pilot desperately searching for a tiny island in an endless expanse of blue water. But other theories persist. One suggests she and navigator Fred Noonan landed on an uninhabited atoll, possibly Gardner Island, now Nikumaroro. Proponents point to skeletal fragments and artifacts found there. Another theory claims they were captured by Japanese forces. Despite numerous searches and scientific expeditions, no definitive wreckage, no undeniable proof of her final fate. Their governor, John White, sailed back to England for supplies and was delayed by war for 3 years. When he returned, he found the settlement abandoned. No signs of struggle, no bodies, no graves. One clue: the word Croatoan carved into a post. It was the name of a nearby island and of a local Native American tribe. The Croatoan carving has fueled speculation for over 400 years. Most straightforward, the colonists moved to live with the Croatoan people. Another: they were attacked by a hostile tribe or by Spanish forces. Some suggest a devastating hurricane forced them inland where they perished. The lost colony of Roanoke remains America's oldest unsolved mystery. A more modern, yet equally baffling enigma is the case of the man known only as D.B. Cooper. A more modern, yet equally baffling enigma is the case of the man known only as D.B. Cooper. On a cold November night in 1971, he hijacked a Boeing 727, calmly informing the crew that he had a bomb in his briefcase. He was not violent or erratic. He was polite and methodical. He demanded $200,000 in cash, 4 parachutes. Once his demands were met, he ordered the plane to take off again, flying low and slow towards Mexico. Somewhere over the rugged, forested wilderness of the Pacific Northwest, he jumped from the rear of the plane and disappeared into the stormy night. The FBI launched one of the most extensive and longest-running investigations in its history. But D.B. Cooper was never found. The prevailing theory is that he did not survive the perilous jump. The weather was terrible. The terrain was unforgiving. He was jumping at night into a dense forest with only a business suit for protection. It seems likely he perished on impact, or died from exposure shortly after landing. This theory gained some traction in 1980 when a young boy found several bundles of the ransom money, partially decomposed, along the banks of the Columbia River. But the legend of D.B. Cooper as a folk hero who got away with it is a powerful one. Many believe he was an experienced skydiver or a military veteran who knew exactly what he was doing. This theory suggests he had a plan, landed safely, and managed to escape the area, living out the rest of his life under a new identity. Over the years, numerous men have been named as suspects. He remains the only unsolved case of air piracy in American aviation history, a ghost who literally vanished into thin air. These stories all share a common thread. They are defined by what is missing. We have tantalizing clues, a faint radio call, a carved word, a bundle of decaying money. But they are just fragments. They are pieces from a puzzle for which we have no complete picture. Each clue is a fork in the road, leading down dozens of different paths of speculation and possibility. It is this very lack of a definitive answer that allows these stories to endure, capturing our imagination and inviting us to try and solve the puzzle for ourselves time and time again. Now, consider a theory that adds a deeper, more unsettling layer to one of these great mysteries. It goes beyond simple accidents or unfortunate circumstances. Some researchers and historians are now exploring a shocking possibility. They suggest that in one of these famous cases, the truth was not merely lost to time. It was actively and deliberately concealed. The evidence for this is not direct, but circumstantial, pieced together from inconsistencies in official reports, and strange silences from those who should have known more. The idea is that the disappearance was covered up by people in power. This theory proposes that friends, family, or even government officials may have known what happened but chose to hide the truth. Why would they do this? The motives could be complex, perhaps to protect the reputation of a national hero, maybe to avoid a political scandal, or to prevent an international incident. If a person did not simply vanish, but was captured, or made a terrible mistake, powerful interests might have worked together to bury the story, replacing it with a more palatable and enduring mystery. This line of thinking changes the entire nature of the puzzle. It transforms the story from a tragic accident into a calculated deception. It implies we're not just missing evidence because it was lost to the elements or the passage of time. We may be missing evidence because people with the authority to do so made sure it would never be found. The empty space left by the vanished is a carefully constructed facade. The mystery becomes the cover-up, a distraction from a truth someone decided we should never know. In the end, these famous disappearances haunt us because they are stories without an ending. They blend recorded fact with open-ended speculation, letting our curiosity roam. They challenge our assumptions about history, justice, and truth itself. We are drawn to imagine answers, to fill the silence with our own theories. In doing so, we learn about the events and our need for closure, and how we grapple with the unknown. What do you think happened in these cases? Tell us your ideas in the comments.